Hi, I'm Carla Maxwell Ray, Senior Generosity Strategist at Generis, and I'm here to talk to you about Giving Tuesday. Last week, we had the year-end giving strategy webinar with my colleagues, and we had a ball sharing with you some best practices, discipleship ways that we can increase discipleship, and talking about the church and nonprofits. So you had a lot of questions about Giving Tuesday, and I wanted to dive in and answer some of your questions and also tell you that the Total Advancement Services team here at Generis is having a webinar on November 12th. So just email me at carla@generis.com for more information or go to our website, Total Advancement Solutions. So let's just dive into it and talk about Giving Tuesday. I'm mainly talking about ministries here. However, the church can pick up on a few points, and I'll circle back to the church at the end. So as you know, Giving Tuesday started 2012. So we're all grown up now and mature, and everyone knows about Giving Tuesday, especially if you're on social media. So our volunteers, our board wants to dive in on Giving Tuesday. And here you are just completing your year-end giving plan, which at the climax is Giving Tuesday. Not the beginning, but the climax of the year-end giving plan is Giving Tuesday. So let's be a little bit specific about Giving Tuesday. So you have Thanksgiving, you have Black Friday, last all month, and then you have Cyber Monday and Giving Tuesday, and now some even have Welcome Wednesday to welcome the new donors. So Giving Tuesday has been growing and growing exponentially every year. And faith-based institutions and ministries and schools have been benefiting the most. So congratulations to those of you who have implemented it. I hope the first step you do is that you actually go back and evaluate your successes, your wins, your flops, so you won't do that again, and evaluate what we can do better, because each ministry is different. So let's talk about year-end and how Giving Tuesday fits in. So you may have heard me speak about year-end giving priorities: new donor acquisition, major donor solicitations, and of course, renewals, upgrades. For Giving Tuesday, we lean in heavy with new donor acquisition and upgrading donors, particularly really onboarding monthly recurring givers. So when we think about the priorities for Giving Tuesday, it's not so much the amount that's the goal, but it's participation and new donor acquisition. So Giving Tuesday, what do we do? How do we start planning? Well, first you have to consider how much staff time you have. Do not take away from closing those major donors, those families that are ready to give a significant amount. And particularly this year with COVID-19 and the pandemic and the CARES Act. So do not take away from those activities to give more to Giving Tuesday, especially if you need more amount of money than the number of donors. However, you cannot ignore Giving Tuesday, and we all want to execute with excellence because people invest significantly in quality. So we want to do excellent, even though we may not be able to do as much if we have a small development team. So here we are. I'm going to use a scenario, and each scenario for each ministry, each church, each nonprofit is so different until you're going to have to come up with your own or schedule a one-on-one where we could talk about you specifically. So we have a K through 12 school. Oh, wow. So many people in the K through 12 school have been impacted because you have been virtual learning experiences, the teaching, the testing, our little ones that don't want to wear masks, and the teenagers that want to socialize and have fun and not socially distance. So here we are, K through 12 schools, and there have been a small segment of our families that have been negatively impacted by COVID, either because of health, loss of business, or loss of a job or career. Those people may not even come back in January. So Giving Tuesday is a great opportunity to focus in on our mission of providing scholarships, which is hypothetically our year-end goal to raise money for scholarships, but the urgency to help our own families during this crisis is a good focus for Giving Tuesday. What I'm trying to illustrate is how your Giving Tuesday complements the year-end giving initiative. Now, within the next week or so, if you haven't already, you've identified a major donor family that actually can invest and challenge everyone else to join them. So you are in process of soliciting a major donor or a major donor prospect, asking them to actually encourage giving by giving a challenge. So through this challenge, each Giving Tuesday gift will be matched. How exciting is that? Not only that, you're going to leverage the hour by actually leaning in and having this major donor do a video of why they invest and why they're asking everyone else to join them. Now, this goes on your website, it goes on your social media, and the message is even embedded. The video is even embedded in your e-blast. So start talking about Giving Tuesday early. And it's almost like stair steps, but the intensity of the communique about Giving Tuesday increases as the month goes on. So 3 days after after Thanksgiving, which is that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday, you're actually going to really reinforce the Giving Tuesday. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Join us, join us. And you're going to reinforce the message. Now, of course, we've done e-blast and we've segmented our database. So in our direct mail, year-end giving direct mail, we're talking to non-givers. We're talking to volunteers and leaders. We're talking to major donors. All those groups have been segmented out. And of course, we're talking to donors that we want to renew this year. So your messaging is different to each of those segments, even though the theme, the investment opportunity, may be very similar. That's just a sidebar to keep in mind that even for Giving Tuesday, when you email, you must be highly conscious and really particular about the message you send to your donors. So segmentation is key to sending out those messages. Now let's talk about social media. Oh boy, we're going to have such fun. So we're going to empower our board, committed volunteers, former board members, committed parents, leadership, and executive leadership with a toolkit. What do I mean by a toolkit? Well, it can be simply a shareable social media device that they use that they can customize a little bit with their messages and send out to their circle of influence. Also, during Giving Tuesday, it is great to have watch parties. So you may have a cocktail hour where everyone gets together and they invite their friends and they have a watch party to hear about your message. Just keep it short. We don't want to go on for hours and hours, but a half an hour, 45 minutes is great to have a Giving Tuesday watch party. So here, everyone joins and really leans in. Start Giving Tuesday at the crack of dawn. Some of us are early birds. So make sure that the Giving Tuesday opportunity is there, and practice beforehand. Actually go through the process with your social media landing page to make sure that it is open for people to give and that it is seamless. You have like 10 seconds to capture their attention through that video and sending them to your website. Giving Tuesday. Start about noon with your messages. So at noon, you want to start saying, thank you for those of you who have joined us. If you haven't joined us yet, we're encouraging you to do it by 2 o'clock. We are, anyone that hasn't given to us before, we have the special gift or collateral. It could be just a badge that they receive virtually through an e-blast or something such as that. But you want to encourage giving, and you're thinking all afternoon and all evening for those that have joined the party. Make sure that your messages are donor-centric, whether it is an e-blast, and don't forget about those on Giving Tuesday, those reminders, or most especially your social media. Now, what did I mean by donor-centric? Well, you want something that speaks to the heart of the donor. You see, the generosity message is so important, and faith-based institutions receive significantly more than most on Giving Tuesday. So we definitely want to speak to their heart. One powerful way of doing that is tell the story of one. So let's go back to my illustration of scholarships for students who are struggling and their families are struggling during COVID-19. So you actually want to give them the opportunity to give to this family. Now, for privacy reasons, the family may not want the world to know their business. It's okay. The donor that's actually committing can talk about it. Your director of development, your pastor, a board chair can actually talk about this family, keeping out the details, but illustrating the impact of the gift will have on this family and the importance of scholarships and continuing the Christian education that you offer. So that's to actually reinforce, why do you exist? What difference do you make? You want to just show impact, impact, impact. That's Giving Tuesday. Another thing that I encourage you to do is to say, join me in monthly giving. So reoccurring givers is something that Giving Tuesday can really help do. So your message to your current givers and those that are new and want to do it spread out, they can have significant impact if they give on a consistent basis throughout the year. This will relieve their budgets and also provide a significant way to make a difference in a child's life or in a family's life. You all are experts about talking about your mission, so I'm not going to dive into that. But I do ask that you be bold, that you be clear, and that you participate in Giving Tuesday. Thank you, and God bless you.